Hello everybody, Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. This time we're looking at the Iron Man 3 Striker suit that is part of the House Party Protocol. And I'm actually very excited about this one. This looks like a beast of a figure, and I'm pretty excited to have gotten in a little bit early thanks to the help from my buddy Joe in Hong Kong. So special thanks to him on that. I am blown away by the artwork on the box here. They did a really good job of blending that in. I like that they kind of showcase the jackhammer feature on there. Let's get right down to it. Once again, the signature trait, little artwork there, the House Party Protocol. Sir, you saw this in the previous House Party Protocol armors. Here we go. Let's get right down. Oh, I love this. This is pretty impressive. This is a beast of a figure. I mean, this is, compared to most suits, this is a little bit larger, and this thing was definitely very well designed and built for construction. Now, quick note here: be extremely careful with the joints on the arms. I've gotten reports from two folks that if you mishandle this figure, it will snap right off. This was from a collector on Facebook, and Joe also suffered the same fate too on his figure. So two cases that I know of that the arm will not stay on if it's mishandled or mistreated. So you want to be extremely careful. So that's the first thing I'm going to tackle on this video. Before I start doing any exaggerated poses or whatnot, I'm going to have to kind of examine the figure. I'm kind of treating it like it's made out of porcelain just because it's Hot Toys, and I just have not had the best of luck with Hot Toys probably in the last year. So I'm going through the standard issue of testing everything out, make sure everything works, so forth. And then when I'm ready, I'm gonna bring up my my good friend, the Honda silicone grease, which I've used on previous Hot Toy figures, so that I can start greasing up the joint on the shoulder here. And I would recommend you too, if you don't have the grease, I would definitely go out and get yourself a tube, because if you're collecting Hot Toys, you're going to be using this stuff quite a bit. So there it is. It's Shinichi grease. I call it the Honda grease. It's magic for Hot Toys, and you know, address the situation. I mean, it's right there. It's very, like I said, I'm not going to move anything until I grease this thing up. I just don't trust it. I don't trust the figure, just because, like I said, the figure just came out and there's been cases already. Once that's done, I can start. I feel comfortable posing the figure and admiring it for its beauty. It's a gorgeous figure. It really is. I never read instructions or look at anybody else's reviews when I try to do my review, just because I like to go in it very blind, kind of experiment and experience it. And this is one cool feature. The jackhammers actually work, and I was not expecting that. So Hot Toys gets points for that feature there too. The articulation on the waist, very impressive too. They get points for that too, just because this figure looks like it's so rugged and construction point, even right down to the jets on the back. I thought that was a really nice touch, because you, like I said, you never really got to see this figure really in action in the film. Very nice touch. I'm actually very impressed with that. The head sculpt, very well done. Like I said, we never got close-ups of this particular suit in the film, so it's kind of nice to, when you finally get it, to kind of like, oh, this is what it really looks like. This is a really badass figure. And I look at the feet only because I try to imagine what a human would look like. Sometimes it's almost next to impossible of how a human being would fit inside the suit. But just look at this back. I mean, they did a really good job on this. The design, the articulation. And this was, like I said, another added surprise. The jackhammers do come out. And so you have an option of posing it with the jackhammer and without. So that's pretty nice. Very impressed. I got to tell you, the way it's painted and weathered, very impressed. I'm so far very impressed with this figure. Just look at the knee joints, the articulation on this thing, and I actually like how it kind of clicks onto a position, helps you pose. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. Let's get down to the lights. I want to see what this thing looks illuminated. Very simple installation of the batteries, and blown away. I'm blown away by its feet. Let me look at that. Holy smack! This is a very impressive helmet here. I've grown so accustomed to changing the batteries that it's almost second nature to do it. I actually am very well impressed as how they actually hide the battery case and how it's blended into the suit. That's one thing that Hot Toys does extremely well. The fact that, you know, you wouldn't know that there's a battery compartment with a switch unless you knew what you were looking for. And the way it's well designed, very, very good job on this guy. They really did. It's just a badass figure. It really, really is. I love the yellow highlights on it too. I mean, how you would use this in a construction site, I have no idea. It's probably better suited for combat, just because when those jackhammer bits hit you, it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna do some serious damage. Reactor on the chest looks really nice too. They did a good job on that. And here I'm just kind of trying to play around with it. I wanted to see what it would kind of. I was trying to pose it to see how it would strike the ground. I'm not gonna, like I said, I caution everybody about exaggerating the poses on this figure, just because I don't trust it. Those arms are extremely heavy for the small little itty bitty joint on there, so just be really, really careful. I could definitely see a lot of returns on this, guys, and exchanges, just because if you look at that joint and that heavy arm, yeah, I mean, that's almost destined to snap and break off. Otherwise, it's a very well sculpted, very well designed figure. That's pretty much my only gripe on it. And of course, I got to get some outdoor shots. There's a construction site right outside my house. I'm like, oh, I might as well just take him out there and kind of show him out in the sunlight, because it does look really, really gorgeous in the daylight. Very nice. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below. Let me know if you're going to get this guy. I think it's worth it.